Why don't you like politics?
Why don't I like it? It's not that I don't like it. It's just I'm not.
I think it's a bunch of shit.
It's just
A bunch of bullshit.
It's just heavy, and it's just like I don't trust any of them. I don't trust any of them. I don't trust their moves. I don't believe them.
A bunch of fucking liars.
They never tell the truth, and they have never got the civilian, the people like us, let's say, the layman. I don't know what other word to use to describe us. They've never got our best interests at heart. Do you know what I mean? It's always the people with the money that
I'm gonna tell you something.
Looking to help. Do you know what I mean? And that's sad, and that's why I can't rate it. So
yeah.
I mean, I'd keep up to date. Don't get me wrong. And I've always voted Labour. I don't know whether that's a bad or a good thing, but I've always voted Labour.
I'm gonna pour my heart out. Yeah.
Again. Let me not laugh this time.
Yeah. Nah. It's all good. It's all good. So with politics, one of obviously. For me, the older I get, like the key word here is I question.
Yeah, 100%.
I question a lot of people who actually take politics serious. Reason why? Because over the years, it's like I just look at it and I think to myself, how fucking stupid can you be? Where if somebody has been lying to you for years and years and years and years and years, but you're still believing that fucking person, even if matter of fact. If you're watching this interview and you believe into politics, fuck you fucking idiot. Yeah? And let me just get this off my chest, yeah? Yeah? Let me just get this off my chest.
I'm not co-signing that, by the way.
Yeah, these are the words of the man behind the camera, yeah?
Reality TV words, not mine.
Exactly. And another reason why, by the way, another reason why I don't really even like, another reason why, again, like I said, with politics, it's like, I'll be honest with you. Of course I would like, to believe in some of them or whatever, yeah? But over the years, they've lied. Come on, man. They've lied way too much.
I think when it comes like people like yourself, because I'm sure that there's loads of people out there that probably share your same opinion.
Of course, there's many.
But I think it's because of the fact that it's very hard. They make it hard to understand for like the regular guy that's just reading like the tabloid Sun newspaper, and then also because of the way that they word things and they make it so that like they keep people, at the end of the string, like, they keep offering something and then taking it back. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why they
make you promises.
Yeah, and once they get
into the office, they literally, like you said, they literally retract the statements and they really don't deliver. And another thing,
I feel like we're going into an age now. Like, I don't know whether this will ever happen, but I feel like it may. You never know. And it's like, I feel like sooner or later there's going to be an age where there's no royal family, and maybe just just the politicians running things. Because I really don't know what the point of the royal family is anymore, to be honest.
Listen,
the politicians are already...
Listen,
they're already running it. The Queen does nothing. Do you know what I mean? In a real sense.
She's dead, by the way.
The King does nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, in a real sense.
He's on his way as well too, by the way, but that's a different story. That nigga gone, nigga! I'm joking. Look, we're all gonna die one day. Let's keep it real. I'm not dying. I'm not chatting shit.
Just make sure you live your best life while you're here.
Yeah. Even quickly before we move on, going back to the politics, I'm just, again, I'm not gonna say anything crazy, I promise, guys. The only reason why, another reason why, you see, like, as a black man, a lot of people obviously see, Asians, we've got an Asian Prime Minister and I think an Asian mayor, whatever, and obviously people that have private conversations with, obviously a lot of them say, like, it would be nice to have a black Prime Minister, it would be nice to have a black, mayor. My thing is, once again, I want to get you those advice.
There has been one recently elected, and I'm going to kick myself.
I don't want to see none of them. I don't want to see a black person be a black Prime Minister
there's one
or mayor.
recently been elected.
Because I'm so traumatized.
Somewhere in London, I can't remember whereabouts, but it's like maybe, I want to say like South London somewhere. There's recently a black guy's been elected.
Is that the guy that they was calling like the UK version of Obama or something like that?
I don't know whether they said that about him, but he's been elected the mayor or something, or he's an local MP.
Local MP or something.
I can't remember his name, but so it's not far off happening. I don't think.
Yeah.
But like I don't know whether or not that necessarily would mean that
any change.
Yeah, and a positive change. But then I would hope for that. You know what I mean? Because usually when things like this happen. Yeah, they've got their best, our people's best interests at heart because they're one of us. So, that's what you would hope for. Do you know what I mean? So we never know.
Again,
when Barack was elected, I mean, he was great, and I was a fan of Barack. But then there was even things that he didn't do so great. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the colour of your skin is. We're all only human. Do you know what I mean? And if you're gonna step into these types of arenas, you're gonna. It's not easy, and I can imagine it's not an easy job to have. Like, do you know what I mean? Running a country. Come on now, it's gonna be mad. And then there's, you've got to take into consideration that even though you're the face and you might have the title, there's so many other people that are invisible that we can't see that are speaking to him or her in their ears, telling them what to say, tell them what they can and can't say. So that it's not just that one person that's running things. It's a team. Do you know what I mean? And that's what we don't get. So a lot of the time we put all this wholeness on and all this pressure and all this faith in this one person, when really it's a big organisation that's really running things, and that's what we have to take into consideration a lot of the time.
I feel they all plot against each other.
Definitely. So it's
dog eat dog.
It's a madness.
That's why they have so many
labyrinth.
I'm not even sound negative, because I'm a pretty positive person. Like, on a regular basis, and I just wanna make this perfectly clear. Like I said, for many years, when you've been seeing the same thing, eventually you're gonna get traumatized or lose faith on that particular thing, right?
Yeah.
And that's why, even like I said, for many years, even I don't want to talk about it too much. Like I've written like a little short movie of like the first black prime minister in the UK. Yeah,
we need to get that out there.
The idea of how it will be. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get that film out there. Get that into production. But I'd like to see that.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. Like, again, as years goes by, I feel like, again, seeing all of these guys going in a line, I don't even want to see a black prime minister, because I feel like once he goes in there as well, he'll sell out too. Yeah,
hopefully not though. That's why I get what you're saying though, and I see why you're saying that. But hopefully not. I would hope that they wouldn't, because there is one politician that I like, and I met her once. She was at my what do you call it over here? In America they call it graduated.
Yeah.
But when I finished school, I don't really know what you call it over here, but I guess you could say it was graduating. And when I finished my school studies, so just before I started college, and you get your NRA over here, don't you, when you finish year 11 and you finish all your A levels and your GCSEs. So she was at my end of year ceremony. Diane Abbott, do you know who Diane Abbott is? No. She's a Caribbean lady, black lady. She's a politician. Yeah. She's Labour as well, and she's bad. And most of her
what area is she from?
Oh, she's not East. Is it East London, or is it? I think it might be West. Or maybe I'm not sure. I don't want to get it wrong and say the wrong area. But she's from London, and I'm pretty sure that she's Labour.
Yep, I remember.
And she's an amazing. She recently got into some altercation with another MP, because I was reading about it in the Metro. Yeah. Where he basically said some things about her, and he said some racist terms about her, and he basically had to apologise. He called her some names. And he said some things, but then he tried to reword it and say that he didn't actually say what he said. Oh, that's but he didn't actually use. Right. I don't think he actually used the words, like the racist terms, but it was what he said. Whatever way he said it,
it came across racist.
Yeah. And sexist to a certain degree. Yeah. And I can't get on board with that. And I'm backing Diane all the way. And I think that she does a lot of the time, because she's black and because she's a woman. That's a double whammy, isn't it? Because nobody likes it when a woman's got a loud voice. And then she's black, so it's like, oh, and I think she does come up against a lot of resistance and scrutiny in her, circles, and what she worked in politics circles and everything. And I think it's sad, because I think if anything, she would be a good candidate. Like if she was to run, I'd vote for her.
Yeah,
100%.
She seemed quite good.
Yeah.
And people just want to see, a chance to see the changes rather than just
hear people talking about it. Exactly. Yeah.
There's so many talk. I mean, you can sit down and listen to their shows. There's like talks like, okay, we're going to be doing this, that, and so forth, and then wait.
Because even I watched one recently with Richie Sunak on it, and I never watched the actual program, but it was a clip that someone put up on Instagram, and it moved me to tears, because this guy stood up in the audience to talk about the fact that there's so many people that have now been diagnosed with long-term conditions based on the vaccine. So they've had the vaccine.
We knew that was coming, but
but this guy is now like he's I can't remember what it was that he had, bless him.
But the vaccine is kicking in, yeah.
No, yeah. So he's had it, and now he's got this condition, and it's a life. He's got this for life. And he was basically saying to Rishi, like, what are you gonna do about it? Where's our like, because they should be getting some sort of
compensation
for the fact that they've taken this thing which you said was going to, technically we had to take because it was going to make us better and it's going to stop us from getting whatever it is that they're claiming is out there. And now getting something else from the vaccine that you gave me, that you told me I was. So it's like I literally was moved to tears, and there was other people in the audience piping up while he was talking, and you know, because they also share his same story. Like, I've got this, I've got that now, and he didn't have anything to say. He didn't even answer my man's question. And then another guy got, because he kept trying to answer. Rishi kept trying to answer, but he wasn't actually answering the question. And then the guy was like, "No, but why? What are you gonna do about it?" And then this other guy, I don't know, maybe he's like his protector, or I don't know. Yeah. He stood up and was like, "We're gonna answer those types of questions at the end. Can we stick to the topic?" So I was just thinking.
Can I tell you something as well?
Yeah.
Like I get a vibe. A lot of politicians, they give me like this vibe of like, I'm only here for a short time, not for a long time. So I feel like that's why probably a lot of them.
100%, because they're getting the money, and
exactly.
And even like, what's her name?
Sunak and them man, they're rich already. They're millionaires anyway.
I
hear best stories.
My sister told me about what's the one that only lasted like a certain amount of hours.
Theresa May.
No,
Lizzie.
Liz Truss.
Liz Truss, yeah.
But apparently, even though she only lasted that amount of time, she's still gonna get the same amount of money that they would. I was like, that's mad, and you didn't even last like 5 minutes, and you're still gonna get.
It's basically like a jackpot, isn't it? It's basically like a jackpot.
Why they're like, look, I'm just here for the money, so you know what I mean. I'm just gonna make it look good. Yeah, I'm just gonna make it look good. Do you know what I mean? So we need somebody that's not in it for the money, that's in it for the people.
Yeah.
Sadly, that hasn't happened yet.
Before we move on from politics, Before we move on from politics,
Do you have anyone who follows politics as well?
Come on. Do you believe the world would be better without politics? Or regardless of how fucked up, how twisted certain people are in politics,
I don't think
it's
that
still
it ever
good.
could, because it's always been, you know, because there's always got to be some structure to life, and you know, human beings are reckless. You know, you can't just be letting, not all of us are. You know what I mean? Like, we need some sort of organization, and do you know what I mean, to live in life. And I mean that's why I'm all for like, instead of there being one ruler, I'm all for there being like more of a consensus. Like, we all like, you know, which is why we have the system where we vote and all this. But that's, you know,
I want to see more.
I don't even know if that's
I want to
fair.
see more females take control. I want to see more females take control. This is why I've been
bigging up Diane Abbott. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, I feel like that's something that's always going to be there, because even in the days of like, you know, the Greeks and the Romans, there was always some sort of hierarchical system and structure. And I mean, I don't think there has to necessarily be one main figure of power. I think that we could all collectively run things well if we was to all, you know, meet up and come to some sort of
agreement.
And I think mutual. And I think most people generally want the best for others. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we all want to live a nice, peaceful, comfortable, happy life. Do you know what I mean? We don't want to stress.
I assume.
Yeah, well, so do I. And it's like, I think it's just one of those things that's always going to be. It's always going to be apparent in life, whatever way you look at it. Do you know what I mean? It's just that the sad thing is that because of the way that human beings are, there's always going to be corruption. And at the end of the day, in life, you can't have good without bad. So